Hi everyone, it's Cards by Rachel for ScrapDiva Designs, and I'm gonna make a shaker gift box with you guys. Here I'm showing the loaded banner die that I used off camera to create a baby shaker banner. Here I dropped it, but that's the one I made off camera. And on camera we're gonna make a Pooh Bear honey themed one, and with some papers from my stash. And I will show you how you can create the box and the lid, because you can turn this into a gift box, this loaded banner die. So that is extra fun. As you can see, I cut out two of the pieces with the flap on the top, the small ones, and two of the bigger pieces with three flaps on each side. And here we have the bottom of our lid, and then you can just glue on those two bigger pieces on the largest sides of your box, just on top of it. There we can cover it up with that faux stitch layering piece. I love them. You have them for all of these, for the sides, the bottom, the top, so you can definitely make it nice and themed, and also kind of, well, cover up those flaps that you use, so that is extra fun. As always, I'll make sure to link the products down below at the scrapdivadesigns.com and her Instagram page and her YouTube channel, so you can check out more products and videos from other of their design team members if you would like. Here you can see I'm just covering no, not covering, taking off that backing piece of my double-sided tape and adding a little bit of glue, and then we can just fold them in to create our box, because the box will be like secure everywhere. The lid will go a little bit different than we did here, but I'll show that later. Here I got all these layering pieces, and I'm just gonna attach those. I only attach one of the smaller sides and not both sides. It will be clear why I did that later in the video, but it is basically because your lid will be attached to one of those small sides, so you know it's not going to be visible. Here I layered all those pieces of camera apart from that one smaller side, as I just mentioned, so be sure to do that. It's not a huge issue if you do it, it's just a waste of paper. Here you can see I used that hard scalloped edge of the loaded banner die and the faux stitching one, and this will go on top of that very cute honey paper. And then with the faux stitching one and the one smaller, I created my black shaker frame, and I attached some acetate beside that. So to make it into a shaker, you don't have to, of course, but as you guys know, maybe if you watch me longer, it can be turned into a shaker. I want to do that most of the times. So I'm just going to use some foam strips here and just go around there and go like on the edge of that decorative paper as much as possible, so it will not be visible when we place our shaker window on top of there. And I took off the backing paper of my foam strip so it can be turned a little bit more easy into a shape. Here I finished that off camera, and I'm going to use some anti-static powder in the inside of my foam strips so my shakers shake extra well, because it is still a little bit sticky, I always feel, so I do find that helps. Here I'm using some black and some yellow sequins in our shaker, and I'm just going to add a little bit of liquid glue on my foam tape, so I always like to do double adhesive when I'm making something interactive, just to make it extra secure. As you can see, it's a very versatile die. You can do it in any theme you would like, shaker and non-shaker, just a banner, gift box, you know. Sky is the limit, you guys. I love this die. If you want to shop at scrapdivadesigns.com, I have Carry stamps. I will link it down below for 10% off. Now it is time, yeah, I'm just showing how it will work. Now it's time to make that lid. For our box, we use the bigger one, the top one with the 3 flaps. And for this one, we'll use 2 of the ones with 2 flaps on them from the bigger ones. So one side can stay open. And we'll use 2 of those smaller pieces as well. Here you can see me attaching both of those big pieces. See, like this it will go. And then this is basically the same as our little box, but now for the lid, we only have this piece on the bottom that we will secure and not on the sides. This way we get like an open flap that we can attach to our box we just made. And that is why I didn't use pattern paper on that small part of the box, because this one will cover it up anyway. So it's not needed. Like I said, if you did it, no issue. You can see me just laying that on top there and see where it will secure and how it will open. So cute, right? And here, of course, I cut out some layering pieces again. And here you can see I decorated it. The inside, the sides, the top and the bottom I left plain because we will be attaching that to our banner. So no need again. Now I'm just going to use some double-sided tape on that flap piece to make it secure to our box. Again, I like to use double adhesive when making interactives or box or anything like that. So yeah, the mail office nowadays is kind of rough with our packages and our letters, I feel. So I try to do my best to at least do everything I could have done to make sure everything stays stays put. And here you can see that I'm just going to use my bone folder again to really, secure that glue basically. Here I cut that banner die out of white again with a black layer. And I'm going to attach some double-sided adhesive to the bottom and the top of our little lid there, lid and box. There we go. Yeah. Cute. You can also use this as just a box. You don't have to add the loaded banner. I feel if you decorate the bottom a bit and the top, it could make for a very cute box. I would suggest doing like a notch inside of the lid then, so you can open and close it more easily. Now it's not needed because we add that banner on top of it, or shaker banner, so it opens quite nicely. But if you just use the box, I would definitely suggest adding a little notch there. I did secure the box like on the top part of the banner, just slightly below that stitched layer of our heart scallop piece. And this way it doesn't show on the bottom part, which I find quite nice. So if you look at the front of your box, you only see that shaker banner basically. Here I'm just using a lot of liquid glue to have some wiggle room to make sure it's sort of aligned with our bottom loaded banner so it doesn't seem out of place. How fun, you guys. And then our little shaker banner gift box is done. Now the only thing left is to decorate this. And I'm using this happy birthday word die with shadow layer that is included actually in the loaded banner die. I cut it out of some foam glitter, and then the back layer I'm cut out of some black, and now I'm just gluing them on top. There's also some really cute balloons with strings in this die set, which we'll use later on as well, which I just find it so fun to create like this little, birthday box for someone to put some goodies in. I might put some handmade goodies in there, or maybe some tea with some honey packages. I'm not sure yet, we'll see, but it will definitely be a fun way to give someone something for their birthday, I feel. I did pop up the sentiments and our little Pooh Bear there on some foam to give it some more dimension, even to really make them stand out from our background there. There we go, so cute. And I think sorry. Oh yeah, here I've cut out some little bee from my stash. I thought it would be a fun addition to our honey and bear there. There we go, just at the top right corner. Here you can see I cut the balloons out of some black strings and silver and that gold glitter foam that we also used for our sentiment there. And I'm just gonna attach those as well. And then the last thing we would need to do is, I felt like I wanted a bit more decoration at the front. If you follow me for longer, you know I like busy cards. So I also like a busy gift box. So I was just looking through my stash and see what would work on there. And then I found like these small little flowers in a neutral color. Here we go. So I do want to attach those as well, sort of around the sentiment to give it some extra fun things to look at and maybe draw your eye a bit more to that sentiment as well. Because, you know, it is for a happy birthday. So I find that fun to this way, like make the focus a little bit more on the happy birthday part as well, because it is so busy. I feel like that works really well with those like neutral colored flowers basically. Here you can see me just showing it, and the one I made off camera. And there we go. Here's some close-ups, some pictures, and a video of my little shaker gift box in a banner form. If you guys like this video, be sure to like, subscribe, and comment for more ScrapDiva videos coming as well. As always, the links are down below, as well as the 10% discount code from Carrie Roads. Thanks all for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, and comment. Bye.